Welcome to the Squad Lounge. Joining us today is Stephen Tan and Angelica Green-Borales from Unis Technology, manufacturers behind the Atari Pong table. This beautiful thing you see right in front of you. Welcome.
Thank you.
We're so happy to have you both.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for bringing this in. I obviously want to talk about this in just a second, but before we do, Stephen, can you just break down what Unis Technologies is and what they're all about?
Okay, Unis Technology is a group of companies headquarters in China. We established a Canadian office 2001. Mainly in Markham, I'm recruiting designers and developers of games that can complement my team of engineers in China.
Okay.
So that's how we complement, and that has allowed us to really penetrate North American markets, European markets with a lot of coin-operated games, which is really our bread and
So it's just to fuse the engineering with the software was kind of the point of Unis then.
That is correct, because if you use Canadian talent, the music, the design, the colors, and what they learn, from colleges and stuff in North America, it really complements the engineering well in China. And the prototype makes sense in China. To do sometimes coding or basic programming. I think that suits us. So with a talent in North America, that's why we established a Markham office.
That's awesome.
Oh, amazing. So like right around the corner from here. Now I'm curious as to how or why you guys decided to, whose brainchild was this, to take the digital version of something and make it analog like this for Pong?
I can answer that one.
Yeah.
So the idea actually came from Cal and Fur, which is in Uruguay, and they kind of birthed this idea in 2014, and they love the game, obviously, who doesn't?
Yeah.
So they wanted to reimagine it, and they made basically like a prototype for themselves, and it went viral online. And they decided to try to make it into a Kickstarter, which they did, and then from there, people were like, this is amazing. We need this in our lives. So basically, from that rave, that's when Unis stepped in and decided to actually create.
From the demand came a product.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To add on it, when I saw the Kickstarter campaign, I love the idea. I didn't buy a table, but I flew to Montevideo, Uruguay to make a deal with them.
Oh, crazy.
So being the first to approach them and being first to get in early to introduce our organization, how I could fit in with their invention, and how I could tell them that, hey, look, I can build 100 tables a day, you know what I'm saying? And right now I already have infrastructure to sell to 70 countries, and that's why they were very intrigued with this and took us.
It's crazy just how ingrained in just human culture around the world, video games and something like Pong is now. So we're seeing barcades and stuff, pop up all over the places. As veterans, people making this stuff. How do you see that culture right now? How do you see the expanse of video games with even just a casual audience in just a party atmosphere and stuff? Something like this is built for party atmospheres, right?
It's true, and the change of barcades, has only been recent. I'll say, it started probably as early as 5 years ago, but there's some major companies right now involved. Cineplex, for once, created the Rec Room, which is very well received by millennials today. And when I look at a product, I think I look at product that entices this kind of age group. A product that is retro for one. You know what I'm saying? Retro right now is also extremely popular.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's all of us guys getting older now that are like, we want to relive our childhood games, right?
We don't need to talk about our age at all, because they always happen to bring that up, and it makes me sad inside. But I love this because I feel like this appeals to just any kind of demographic, because with something like this that turns analog, it's Pong, but it's analog, so I feel like if my grandparents came over to visit, they would actually sit down and play this because it's so visceral, it really is in your face. What kind of demographic are you guys seeing attached to this?
I mean, we've seen every age. It's one of those things where, how they say games like Monopoly is for all ages. This is exactly what this is. Really, there's no intimidation when you go up and look at this, because you can see everything that's there. And you have a dial and you have a button, and that's essentially it. So really, it goes from kids to people that actually played the game, in the 70s when it first came out. So it's crazy that Unis has created something that's just so incredible for everyone to enjoy.
Easily 3 generations. I've taken it to trade shows all around the world, and I think it has appealed, and I've seen the reaction from the different age group, and it's been really.
So let's look at the table. We'll play it in just a second. We're almost there. Just from the design and what we're seeing in front of us right now, how is this, after Unis got involved, how is it changed from its initial prototype to what we're seeing in front of us right now?
Okay, when I received the prototype, I remember it was in 2017. But I would believe that the product was probably 40-50% done, I would say.
Okay.
For the starters, one of the biggest changes we made to this table was it was using a PVC. Right now we have changed it to a glass. The glass that you see not on top but at the bottom is a form of like just same as our mobile glass. You know what I'm saying? So the ball and pedal, the ball is gliding in the glass, supported by the magnetic technology behind it.
That's so genius to like hide, because underneath this it looks nuts. We showed it on our crowd control the other day, and it's underneath is just this mechanical craziness. Like it's actual things moving around, right? It's not digital. This is the digital brought into the real world. So I think we should maybe try it and watch him kick our, yeah, you want to kick our butts real quick?
Okay.
All right, hop on.
Why not? Yeah, but I just love that it's like it's a coffee table.
Yeah, look at this coffee table. Where are the controls?
Yes.
Oh, they're safe from all your coffee stains.
From all the. I'm sure you use a coaster, right, Brody?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I hope on this one you use a
Yeah, on this I would. Yeah. Okay.
Are you ready?
I think so.
Wait, first let's explain that you can actually do a single player as well with this table. Like, you don't need a friend to play.
Good. I don't have many friends,
I know.
so I can play
That's why I wanted to make sure that we all are aware of that.
This may go bad. This may go bad. Let's get into it.
Okay.
I love the RGB. RGB everything.
All right, today you got a friend. Okay, let's go.
Let's see. Okay. Oof.
All right.
All right. Now.
Oh no.
Okay, but see, Brody, I feel like is very skilled at video games. Do you feel like your skills will transfer here?
Yes.
Oh.
I'll learn. I will learn his habits.
But what is the?
This is my Rocket League skills will come in because it's all the rebounds and stuff, right?
Of course. But the tactile feedback of the wheel here.
It just feels it's so smooth. Like it just.
Right, but is this a good tactic to let the wheel just spin, or should you actually hold it and control it?
It's better when for me personally, I barely touch it because the wheel does actually have so much movement, as you can see.
Okay.
So it's better if you just use a couple fingers, and then in terms of strategy, don't pay attention to what the other player is doing. Always focus on where the ball is going, because it's all about trying to imagine where it's going to end up, and you need to make sure that you're there at the right time.
Pretty good.
So
I just feel like just looking at this, I feel like this is one of those, you like open a lifestyle magazine and like in IRL now, I just feel like sitting in my living room and just having friends over. This is so impressive, even if they don't play games at all.
Absolutely.
Just to like decorate the living room, this is the centerpiece.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely it's going to be the talk of the town in terms of having friends over.
At least the talk of the block.
Can we talk about how like
right? Yeah.
Can we talk about how hard this will get if like you're in a live environment, people are shouting, you're having fun, like this will get tricky. I'm already so focused.
Well, it's a 1 point to win, right? Tie game?
Oh, it is tie. All right, let's come down to this, and then Marissa, you'll have to give it a chance.
Okay, I'll like jump in. But
he's good. We're getting some good rallies here.
I know Steven's focused right now.
Oh no, I overshot.
So the table operates on magnets?
Actually, you play her.
Yeah, so underneath there's a little arm.
I want you to play her.
Okay.
That moves.
Would you like to try?
Sure, I'll go.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, great.
Okay, move out of the way.
All right. We're doing a whole dipsy-do.
So it operates on magnets.
Yeah, so there's magnets underneath that actually pull everything around, and it's basically super strong, so keeps everything nice and balanced.
So the question I had for this is I guess anybody could, I guess you're probably breaking warranty at that point, but you could probably 3D print, a bunch of different like Pong balls as well and kind of personalize
and
it too,
we have done it, and we've done some customization for beer companies, for example.
Yeah.
Things like that, and one of the things that you can customize would be the paddles and balls, and on the sides as well.
To brand it to your own stuff. That's cool. Is that so? I assume that's probably a part of strategy is to personalize this for any of the customers and consumers that you have in there, right?
We're aiming for more commercial clients right now, in terms of, because usually when you customize something, you do need a somewhat of volume to do that.
Now, one thing that stands out, of course, is that you're using a dial as opposed to like a joystick. What was the design choice there instead of joystick like you'd use in a standard arcade unit?
Joystick. Joystick is based on the original game, where I find that it's almost 100% reactive, 100% responsive. But I think you just play with me. You would, once you get used to the jog, you will feel there's a huge element of skill involved. Right?
Yeah.
And one of the things when I first saw the table is the ability for it to compete, right? And I really find that with the jog and how you're controlling it, the skill set is definitely a lot higher. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
100% joystick. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's true. As I said, it feels so good. You are getting wrecked, by the way.
Twice!
I feel like she's had a lot of practice with this. So, now, obviously, like this game's been around for a while, so there's a lot of replayability. But something we're actually talking outside of this is when it comes to the competitive nature of this. Instantly, that's where my mind went, right? Just being in esports and stuff. Have you seen any kind of push for that market, like an esports market, and like have you seen tournaments and stuff pop up for this at all, or?
Yeah.
You know, like
well, I would say in a major way because you know, being in the gaming industry for so long, not every game you can run a tournament. You know what I'm saying? It has to be competitive. It has to be a game that head on and a lot of repeat play value and social aspect of it. So, like I said, Pong is unlike others. I have run tournaments that the maximum person is 200 over people. I know that some of my clients have just run recent tournaments, Twitch it live and things like that. They run it right now like a tennis, you know, style. I'm saying a double knockout or single elimination. And some have given away major prizes too, like Rec Room I think gave away a table.
A whole table. Oh, I needed to be in that tournament.
Only a $5 entry, and it was sold out in minutes.
Oh yeah, easily. Well, the thing with something like this that I need a game that has replayability, and I feel like with this, like you're gonna keep coming back to it for more. Every single time because you want to beat that.
Have you thought of other like game modes then? Because as you said, it's like we can just come back and keep playing this forever. But like, did other game modes ever cross your mind in jumping into, or is it just like, nah, we're going core Pong?
In terms of, you know, we're open to all games. And retro right now, I say, is something I'll be looking for. But even this technology that's invented by, you know, by my partner, that there are other potential products that you can churn from this, for sure.
Now, I guess we got to ask, because I want one of these.
I know.
How much is one of these going to retail for? And like, is there different from consumer and business purchases?
It doesn't hurt too bad. So it's $3,000 US. So that's about 4,000 Canadian. And that's for the consumer model. So this one is made to go in your home because it has all the coffee table functions. But there are 2 other coin-operated models available that are more for the arcade or the barcade setting.
So that'll be, they're more heavy duty. They're definitely going to cost more because they're going to be used constantly by everybody coming in.
You got rowdy people. Well, I got rowdy people in my house too, but the out in the wild is a little bit different, right?
I mean, I do want to play Brody.
Do we have time?
Can we just like quickly?
I gotta
you're gonna go? Okay. Just like one time because I feel like you're too good.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
You're
Don't
very
be sorry.
good. No. You were showing me what was up, and I appreciate it.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
Are we ready? Do we have commentary? Like,
We're gonna start casting Pong.
Pongcast. Yo, let me know if you see tournaments going on. Let me know. I'll cast some Pong.
Will do.
Oh no! Oh, it's because I'm not ready for your rebound.
Yeah, you gotta get ahead of the game here.
Gotta focus on the ball.
Right. Dang it! I'm not good at this.
Oh no! That was a cheap shot.
Or he's not paying attention.
I learned some things about the corner, so. Oh no!
You learned some things. Oh, like you don't have to go completely into the corner.
You go for the corner, you miss it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Take the risk and you miss it.
Yeah, but the corner can get some crazy shots like that.
You had the right idea there. You knew where you were going.
I just had to get an idea. Okay.
She knew where she was going, but she didn't know how to get there.
Rip. Brody, just let me.
Oh, is that it?
You got 2
Was
though.
it supposed to be that easy,
Better
guys?
than 1.
Have you ever seen anybody so bad at this game?
Yes.
Okay. That
was brilliant. Wow, thank you guys so much for that. This was amazing. And the RGB. I like 100. Shiny things, so that got me the most.
Cannot wait to master this. I will eventually. So the next time you guys see me, I'll be a pro. Thank you guys so much for coming and for Brody for beating me. Next time, please come back and we'll play again.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Thank you.